fuck is that? Is that not? Oh, it
Now we're
changed
live.
location.
There we go.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
Welcome to the Cam Shenanigans podcast,
You mean Shenanigans? Oh! You're talking about Shenanigans, right?
where Mike, Trent, and Zach, and a guest will debate all things automotive.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Make sure to check out Cam Automag on all the social medias at Cam Automag. And don't forget to support our sponsor, Hustle Energy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of the Shenanigans. I am Mike. As you can see, I have a new bucket hat. I'm
That
very
is
happy about it.
Fancy as hell.
Oh, yeah, it's like floral, like it's tropical. There are flamingos on there. And the best part, it's reversible.
That's awesome.
Yup.
You, sir, are stunting hard on the rest of us.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of those on Amazon. They're all like $14. There might be a few more showing up. So
boy,
just throwing that out there. I am joined as always from the dungeon. It is the one and only Zach Lords.
I'm currently sitting about 2 feet from where Andrew Jolly used to sleep.
Wow, that's not creepy at all. What the fuck? And then just as confused as the rest of us, it is Professor of the Ghetto Arts himself, Dave Raleigh.
Ahoy, hoy, gentlemen.
There it is. The soon-to-be official deep voice guy of the Nerding for Beginners podcast.
Yes, if you want me to record the intro for this thing too, I'm more than happy.
I mean, we definitely gotta do some writing on that. Gotta redo some stuff, I feel.
I'll be your voice actor for hire.
There it is. That is literally like a position with a lot of radio stations, the deep voice guy.
I follow a lot of those guys on TikTok. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
KUWBB.
Yeah.
Hard rock all the time.
The Sklar brothers had a bit about their like local radio station in St. Louis. How for like an hour, for whatever reason, it just did station IDs straight. It was fucking wild.
Was it at like some random time in like the early morning or something?
No, just like randomly, like one afternoon, it just did it for like an hour. Yeah. So
That sounds like something I would do if I ran a radio station.
it's fucking hilarious. That was a solid bit.
Love it.
Yep. So there we go.
Are my eyes as sparkly in your guys' chat as in mine?
Yeah, you got definitely looking sparkly. You also,
You've got this young, enthusiastic zeal about you.
yeah, and Jesus,
Could also be a greasy sheen. I'm not sure.
My
Jesus.
teeth look way whiter in this than they do in real life.
Man, I'm looking totally washed out, and you can see the fucking bags under my eyes. This is brutal.
Oh, wait until we bring this to 1080p with the new studio.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad.
Oh, God.
No, I have a little light, like on an arm. It's a fun little light that I had on my build table that we then used as Zach's mic stand.
Yeah.
In the basement. I have returned it to being a lamp. Well, I had to move it around because after months of shooting with the little Sony A6000 as my main camera, ran into the limitations of an adapter and not great Canon lenses. So, it's fucking trash. So, the other night I'm just like, we need to get the 1D back on the road, and I did it.
Yay!
Yeah,
There it is.
got this big bastard going again.
Beautiful.
And yeah, I'm super fucking happy about this. Just definitely need to make sure that it's actually probably going to try and go shoot with it sometime fairly soon, but I missed that big chunky shutter.
I can't reach mine. Mine's.
It's all right, but
Isn't that that's how a song starts? What is it? Girls on Film.
yeah. Oh man,
A little before my time, I think.
just a hair. Dare I
God,
say, maybe a little bit before me and Dave's time.
Yeah, like that's early '80s, man. That's
Yeah.
we're pushing the envelope on that reference.
Yeah, let's see. Fucking hell.
We moved
1981, Duran. What's up?
81. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Man, that's wild.
We should take Cam to the range at some point.
I mean, yeah, we could definitely. It's been a minute since I've gone, like, shooting. So,
I mean, I've got probably a good 150 rounds of steel case 7.6239 from ASKS,
eh?
and the sight is mostly sighted in, so I could hit most things.
Listen, so long as we could just put it down range and not, to the left or the right of us, we'll be fine. We'll be good.
It hasn't jammed or ejected anything that wasn't a projectile yet. So,
Shit.
I mean, it's a legit Chinese SKS, so it's honestly probably not going to fail.
Probably not. AJ, you are right. Pretty sure. Well, no, Brandon would just tag along. Like,
Brandon would be like, down for the count, or, down for the joyride. And then when we get there, he opens up the bag and just starts handing people pieces. Like,
yeah.
Here, shoot this. Here, shoot this. Here, shoot this.
Then just me fucking sitting there like, am I in a militia now? Am I on a list? Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure
Michael.
if it's less than 2 gun nuts.
Michael, you should have heard my my Mamiya 645 with like the mirror that was this big.
I had it. I sold
Sounds like
Fred Mamiya.
Miss mine.
Yeah. I sold one to Chirp.
Sounds like a rubber stamp hitting an envelope. Just whoop, whoop.
Did
Yeah.
Chirp sell his Mamiya to Murph?
I don't know. If he were here, I'd ask him, but I'm just...
Because if so, then I had your Mamiya then.
At some point, yeah, I got it from my uncle, who's kind of a dick. So, and he gave it to me for free.
Did it have a whole bunch of chips on the back?
I can't remember. Like, I literally, he gave it to me, and as he's just sitting there just like talking about how awesome it is, I'm just like, I'm too poor to afford the film and the processing for this shit. So I'm taking pictures and I'm sending it to Chirp, and I'm just like, yo, how much you want for, like, how much you gonna give me for this thing?
Well, I gotta ask him now because I'm dying to know if the
I know, yeah, I sold him a medium format. I'm pretty sure it was a Mamiya, but now I'm like, was it?
Hold on, I'm gonna message him.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah.
I do not know if the SKS is Kalashnikov based. I honestly don't. I know very little about firearms. I will tell you that much.
Hey, man.
I know trigger safety. I know how to aim it. I know how to clear it if it were to jam. And that's about it.
Well, so me and Mike did some stuff this weekend.
Yes, we did.
What kind of stuff did you did this weekend?
It was in the same house kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm moving in with Zach. So I brought a bunch of shit over. Zach's coming to us from what I referred to earlier as the dungeon, but I mean, once there are pictures of this thing out there, it might be called... AJ, you're kind of close, sort of?
I would think, don't implicate me in these things.
I mean, listen, once you see the pictures, you might start calling it the rape room because it's real real sketchy.
It's yeah, yeah.
It's just drywall, no button tape.
No, that
There's-
wall's button taped. That wall
Oh,
is
okay.
just one
yeah,
wall.
the one we can't see.
This wall's taped. There's some duct tape right there.
That's not. That's not. That doesn't count. But yeah, it's but no, we went to we did some. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, when you say you're moving in with Zach, I just
Yeah, a lot like that.
our house in the middle of the street.
Where the hell did he
In
go?
the
There it is.
middle of the complex, our house, somewhere
Yep.
in the middle of Midvale. Actually, no, like we're like in the middle of Sandy and Midvale. Like we're on the line.
Yeah, we're closer to Midvale. Like we're squarely in Midvale. I used to live on like the house I grew up in Cottonwood Heights. That was on the border of Cottonwood Heights and Sandy. Like I would stand on one street and look over and be like, "That's technically a different city."
I'm pretty sure Sandy starts that street next to Harmon's.
I think probably,
So
but
like we're like less than a block away from it.
no, because if you keep going west
Yeah,
on that
that's-
street, you get to like Old Midvale.
Okay, hold on. Nope, we are
Yeah,
going
but White City starts right there at that Harmon's.
Sandy, Utah.
Yeah, but does White City count as anything other than a black hole for cell reception?
No, it actually starts closer than that. Harmon's is technically in Sandy. So right where 9th turns into 7th is where Sandy starts.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
Interesting.
like a weird neighborhood like just south of yeah, it's weird. It's like Sandy's a weird incorporated. There's like bits of Sandy that aren't incorporated in Sandy. It's weird as shit.
Yeah, man, it's the way municipalities work are just fucking weird.
And then there's just the city of White City just inside of Sandy, fully enclosed.
Which sounds real weird.
And then let's do this. Hold on. Midvale, Utah. I definitely tell girls and other people I talk to that I live in Sandy.
There you go.
But when
Because
you get
it's a
stuff
bougie
mailed
thing.
to you, you live in Midvale.
Yeah, I do need to figure out exactly what the fuck the address there is, so I can. I kind of need to
Steal
get
some
an
of
update.
Zach's mail. It's fine.
I don't
Zach
get mail
doesn't-
ship here.
He doesn't get mail sent there. We have a mailbox key, but he doesn't know which mailbox is ours.
I've lived here for nearly 4 years. I don't know which mailbox is mine.
Yeah, although I'm not like much better. Like he tells me I gotta go fill out this rental application. I'm just like, yeah, I haven't had to pay rent like Jesus in like 15 years. Or like the last time when I lived with Trent briefly. That was the last time I paid rent. So it's just like, yeah, the places I've lived the last few years, I've not had to pay rent. So
As long as your credit score is like above 500, they don't really give a shit.
that's fine. I'll just put some random bullshit down.
Is your credit score below 500, Mike?
No, it's not.
Okay,
it's
good.
like it's like 7 pushing 8.
Whoa, you don't need a flex on us over here.
Yeah.
Me and my
Gee, now you got
mid
me
to low
curious.
600s.
Yeah, AJ, it's
I'm gonna check mine real quick.
there you go. AJ, it probably is as simple as that, but I've really been more focused on like getting shit over there. So I have not wandered over to the mailbox yet.
Mike, I know our exact address except the zip code. I don't know what the zip code is here.
It should be 84047
Probably. Yeah.
because
sure.
that was my zip code. So
I really want like one of these random people like God or something from the chat to like triangulate the location of my house from somewhere between Sandy and Midvale next to a Harmon's in that zip code.
I mean, you were like, I think there's only the one Harmons. So
And I've also said I live next to a high school, and I've
Yeah.
talked about Belgian waffle before.
yeah, God, oof, AJ, that's oof. I've been there though. Been there.
There was a day that my credit score dropped to the mid 500s, and I was like, "What? Why?" It tanked from like 680 something down to 5, and I was like, "That sucks."
That'll happen.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, Taylor.
that's scary.
Listen,
But yeah, no, Mike started moving in. We did some shopping this weekend.
yeah, we went to Walmart on a Saturday, which was a mistake.
Oh god, it was awful.
We went to IKEA on a Saturday.
Which was even worse.
Yeah. It was not great, but yeah, we got some stuff. Got some key things. Steak knives, beer glasses, champagne flutes.
I got a dope ass speaker for my bathroom now.
He did get a pretty kick-ass speaker.
Oh, that's great. I used it last night.
Shit. Okay, so AJ does know exactly where the fuck we're talking about. And I guess Taylor lives close to one of us. I'm assuming probably you, Zach. Soon to be me.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Okay. Well. All right. This is getting that level of weird that I'm comfortable with.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I know where you live.
God. Okay.
You also know where I live too.
Yeah, I do. Oh, Taylor giving us the rape face. This is brilliant.
In
That's
the rape basement.
Yeah, man. God.
God.
My fucking idiot friends are going to love the pictures I'm going to send them of your little studio.
It's gonna be amazing.
The only way it could... God, I remember when my brother and his friends moved out of what we colloquially called the manor. I don't know why we called it the manor, but it was the fucking manor.
Hey, whatever works.
But yeah, our buddy Sayre he sold the house, and he was gone for like a weekend for some reason. So what we decided to do... Fucking hell. So what we decided to do was one of the houses in the neighborhood was getting renovated, so they had a bunch of bricks. So we just grabbed a bunch of bricks. We asked if we could have them, and they said, yeah, sure, whatever. We're not going to use them.
Hey, Mike, was the hospital 6 short?
I'll inform the children. Yeah, and then we just went into the basement, and we made, like, a little fucking well. Because Silence of the Lambs was a thing. And depending on when you got into that house, like what time you came home, there may or may not have been Goodbye Horses blasting. And you may or may not have been greeted by a 6'8" man yelling in your face, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. So, the basement in the manor with the well has so far been the greatest basement, but I think yours, Zach, with the hastily drywalled walls and the leather couch and the camera on a tripod. It's gonna... Oh, you're gonna... See, you're just assuming I'm not going to, like, move. He froze. So I don't know what the fuck is going on.
And he froze in the creepiest way possible.
Oh my god.
You need to get a picture of that real quick.
Oh man. Oh,
That's
AJ's got another
terrible.
Marine Corps story for us, which we'll let him type that out. But the one thing we got to doing was we were talking about the soundboard, and we were trying to figure out what sounds were on there. Like, we were desperately trying to remember what the fuck we had on there. And I remember it was you saying, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. It was that.
Okay, there he went.
Now away he goes. Now it's just me and you.
Fucking blue screen of death is what he just said in the chat.
Oh no, Zach blue screened. Shit.
How does he blue screen? I thought he was using a Mac.
No, he's back to using the oh my god. Somebody posted the Salt and Pepper Diner John Mulaney bit in the nerding group chat. Oh,
God
man.
damn it.
There are so many great fucking bits. Let's see. For like 3 weeks in 2014, I moved in with a couple other Marines. It was like 4 guys from my squadron, a grunt, an arty guy, and a motor T.
There
Hi,
he
Zach.
is.
Welcome back.
Yeah, hold on, give me a second. I was going to give you a tour of the basement with the camera because on a tripod. But then I bumped my microphone, which made my computer blue screen. So I'm here.
So don't worry, we'll get a full video tour a little later.
Well, I can just rotate the camera right now.
Remember what happened the last time you did that? You froze in a really creepy manner, and then.
So you're currently coming to me through 2 monitors.
One of which
more
is
of
missing a back.
Don't ignore that.
You're right, Zach. I won't ignore it. Now it's getting harder to.
Oh god, hold on! I gotta unscrew the fucking lock. There we go.
Jesus Christ! You might as well just stand up. You fucking dipshit. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I can't rotate the camera far enough. And there's.
What the fuck?
That's like a 70-inch TV on like a little tiny piece of wood. And I watched Dunkirk on that last night. And it keeps going. And then there is the artwork that is so famously. Look, you can actually see the colors of the artwork now.
Yeah, now that you got like 4 lights on it, it's real easy to see the colors.
Bring this back. Ugh, shit, monitor in the way. Fuck, shit, fuck.
Oh god. This is great. I'm so glad this is no longer just like an audio medium. Because these visual bits are really working out well. Oh, now we're getting a tour to Dave's space.
Let's see if I can actually get this to work.
Well, you're doing our.
So look,
I can't
three
tell-
monitors.
RGB all the shit.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, do I have to do it now?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Do I have to do it now too?
I'm sure that looked terrible and out of focus.
Dave, you're very quiet.
Well, yeah, because he was like away from his microphone.
No, he was talking there for a second.
I'm currently holding
still
my
really quiet.
microphone right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, whatever. So, well, AJ's story continues. So for 3 weeks in 2014, I moved in with a couple guys from Marines. It was like 4 guys from my squadron, a grunt, arty guy, and a motor T. I don't know exactly how much the rent was, but it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath across the street from Waikiki Beach. And there were enough guys that the rent was only like $200 a person. The owner was retired Army or Navy, I don't remember. Anyway, I was supposed to move in semi-permanently, but 3 weeks after I moved in, there was a, quote, random fire in the backyard that lit a good portion of the grass on fire. We were asked politely yet firmly to leave. I moved back to the barracks after that. Also, it was AJ who posted the salt and pepper diner bit. All I saw was the salt and pepper diner. And that brought me so much joy, because that is a glorious bit.
Indeed.
So
Did
AJ,
you
how
hear me?
rapey is the basement? I honestly, you just rotate this camera like 75 degrees, and it's ready for some other content.
Jesus. Some content that I don't think any of us are capable of making happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, maybe.
Yeah.
I can hear you fine. I don't know, as far as eating goes, a little bit, but listen,
I can't hear him at all.
I can hear him.
Shit. I mean, I'm seeing green dots on my.
Oh. Okay. Well, that happened. AJ says it could be rapier. I like it.
I love it.
Oh, he's coming to us on his phone. If he suddenly dies, it's because his phone died. It's okay, buddy.
Okay, Dave, are you there?
I mean, yeah, I'm here.
I can hear you totally fine now.
Oh, okay.
You were like 100% silent for
Huh.
me. Fucking blue
Well,
screen.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, but
Yeah, man, that's a problem.
Well, we have managed to do how long of this and not talk a single thing about cars?
25 minutes, not talking about cars at all.
Yeah.
I like the direction this is going. Just
Car stuff. Hot Wheels. Car movie.
Oh,
kind of.
I watched Lockdown,
the hell's lockdown.
the new Grand Tour.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been following the Grand Tour, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
it posted like video once a year now.
Yeah, I kind of stopped.
It's
I kinda,
good though.
I don't. Okay.
It's back to old Top Gear. It's just specials.
I mean, the last couple specials, I was just like, all right, okay.
Okay,
I feel like they've come to a point where they're almost trying too hard, which is something I don't want to see from those three.
I don't know. To me, like, okay, watching the Grand Tour as like a series, I didn't enjoy very much. But the C specials, I really quite enjoy. Like, it feels very nostalgic and good. Like, yeah, like, okay, some of the jokes are a little bit more pushed than they used to be, but still really funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I might give it a look. I don't. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, good. I'm glad you did. What the hell did they do on this one?
They bought three American cars, all big American 70s coupes. Continental coupe, Buick Riviera, and fuck was it, a Cadillac two-door big whatever.
Probably a Coupeville Brome.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think they put I didn't think Cadillac ever had an 8.2 liter V8 or V8. I thought they only had the 8 liter V8.
Technically, 8.2 liters is a 500 cubic inch motor.
Is it K? Okay, I thought that 508K. But yeah, so yeah, no, they did that, and then they drove basically all Scotland with them.
Okay.
And they like showed some trailers behind them, and then they're like, well, who made the worst cars, the USSR or America? So they pitted up against the Chrysler Voyager, like the first minivan.
Yeah.
The Voyager, the PT Cruiser, and the Aztec up against some like generic Soviet bullshit, like a lot of Niva and some other stuff. I don't remember what they were. They were just so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. AJ is totally right. The boat tail was gorgeous car. And AJ, so what do you think about the wing? Like, I didn't hate the wing on it, but yeah. So they rally raced those, and it was like they just talked so much shit on the PT Cruiser, and it actually technically won too, which was the best part.
This is such a hateful little vehicle.
So yeah,
I'm surprised that the PT Cruiser gets more hate than the HHR.
Well, the HHR is more quirky because you get like the panel van stuff.
You can straight up get like a panel van version, but at the same time, it's not great.
They're not great cars.
You could get an HHR SS panel. You are right. There is that.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, but I mean that's not really a selling point either. Like,
keep in mind that the HHR SS was the first front-wheel drive American car to feature launch control.
I think I knew that, but I also think you told me that too. So
probably.
I don't even want to know what launch control was like in that thing.
So if you pressed the traction control button twice, it would turn off TCS and stability control. And then if you held it for 5 seconds, it would turn on launch control mode, which then you push the clutch in, floor the throttle, and it would hold it at 4,500 RPMs and full boost.
Huh.
And then when you launched, it would do like some traction control thing and stay at around 4,500 RPM until the rest of the car caught up, and then it would just ramp up boost. So like GM did something cool with it. Like,
well, that's good. But
the HHR SS has the 2.3 turbo Ecotec out of the Cobalt, and the Saab 9.5 ended up using it. That version of the 9.5 was all GM anyway. It just looked better.
Yeah. God.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a good episode. I laughed pretty hard at a couple bits. They made lots of jokes about Hammond crashing and dying a lot. They made a whole bit about like, oh my gosh, this is the first track that Hammond's been around where I don't have to call his wife Mindy and say, hey, there was a problem.
Damn.
They also strapped fucking RVs, but trailers to the back of their giant American just land yachts.
Ugh.
I think I saw a snippet of this on like Instagram or something where they filled James's caravan with water, and he like is like, "What the hell?" and like opens the door and just gets blasted,
just straight on his ass. And their joke was like, he gets up and he's like, "Oh, I'm fucking cross with you guys," and they're like, "Oh, you left your sunroof open there for a little too long," as like an entire caravan worth of water comes spilling out onto him.
Shit,
that's awesome.
Also, there was like a great clip or a great single shot of, I think it was the Lincoln coming around a corner so hard and with so much body roll that he ended up three-wheeling it, getting the front outside or front inside tire to lift.
Huh.
Which is impressive on that car with I think that had with like the 7.2 liter or 7 liter V8 that made 168 horsepower or something like that.
And fuck all torque.
Dude,
oh yeah,
lifting a tire in something with suspension that squishy is always impressive.
Yeah. And then they then cut to them driving GT500 Mustang, 68 GT500 Mustang, Camaro SS, and another, I can't remember what else it was. It was something else that same era. But Richard Hammond was driving the Camaro, and the brake caliper came off, hit inside the wheel, shattered the wheel, which then locked up the car, which then broke the transmission. And these were like perfectly restored, just gorgeous like examples of these cars.
Well,
and I'm like, he probably just destroyed like $100,000 to $200,000 just perfectly restored Camaro.
Well, if the caliper came off, doesn't sound like it was perfectly restored to me. But what do I know?
True,
My
yeah.
shit's falling apart, and I've put together some real janky, sketchy shit. Hell, Dave has been there for a lot of it.
I mean, I've definitely turned a lot of wrenches on your sketchy, janky shit.
This is true.
No, Derek, I wasn't saying it was Richard's fault by any means. I was just saying while he was driving, it had happened.
If anything, I'm trying to point out that it wasn't a perfectly restored car.
And
I'm putting it on whoever, quote unquote, restored it.
Well, we know it wasn't Ed China, so we
Nope.
can move on from there.
There it is.
And the last thing I'll say about that too was, with how I know how they film these things, I'm almost positive Richard wasn't even driving the car. It was probably, one of the 13 drivers I have on the show to move cars to and from location.
And to do the actual aggressive driving.
Yeah. Well, no. So when they were driving the big body cars around, they didn't blur the windshield, so you could clearly tell that they were driving the cars.
Okay.
So,
I mean, movie magic, kids.
Yep. I mean, according to AJ, Hammond drove the B-body Charger that lost a caliper, not a Camaro.
sure. Yeah. Go for it. Yep. I have always admitted to not knowing my American muscle cars, current or old. Classic. There you go.
There you go.
I did have some other fun Top Gear trivia that I learned recently.
Fuck us
So
up,
we've
man.
all seen the Argentinian episode where they get ran out of Argentina by the locals.
I saw it the one time when it was relatively new. Yes.
So the way they present it is that Richard and Hammond and Jeremy, they were also with the group that were running away from the locals, and the people, because they show some shots of them in a hotel, and there's people showing up outside. That part was all fake. So they were out on a plane back to the UK when that all happened, but the entire production crew was the ones that had the incident. And so they actually had to leave all 3 cars on the side of the road because they were so hot. Everyone knew those cars.
They just fucking abandoned them. I love it.
Oh yeah, and then the Argentinian government seized them and then crushed them.
Okay.
And they did it like a weird way where they're like they told everyone they were crushing them, but didn't let anyone from the press come and view because it's like this is hate speech to us, and the Falcons this and that, and we're going to crush these, but we don't want anyone to know that we actually did them, but we're telling everyone that we did crush them.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was like a weird power play.
yeah. It was the whole Falklands thing was a really weird thing that did not go well for, really any of the parties involved.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick a winner, it was definitely England.
Yeah.
God.
I won't get into this story because it's a long one, but the story of their bombing run. They wanted to put 3 planes on target for bombing runs, and I think it was a total of 48 planes to get the 3 planes on site.
It turns out air. Doing anything involving precision air stuff takes a lot of planes to actually make that shit happen.
Yeah, 47 planes for refueling.
Yeah, God. Because I think they were Avro Vulcans, which are just, at the time, they were old as shit.
Oh, yeah. They were just like start of Cold War stuff.
Yeah. So it was, those things just fucking, I'm surprised it took that. It was only that many for aerial refueling.
Yeah. But they took off from Edinburgh or something. They took off from mainland.
Yeah, they took off from the British Isles, and then had to go fucking all the way down there.
And two of the planes that were supposed to put ammunition on targets, they had to turn around due to issues. And the one that made it to target only managed to score a single hit, a single bomb. The whole plan was to destroy the runway on the island, and they only managed to land a single piece of ammunition. And on the way back, they lost their refueling convoy and almost ran out of fuel on the way back. And just you got me on this topic now because I want to talk one more story about just insane dick measuring with the start of the desert. What the fuck do they call it? Desert Storm. I kept saying Desert War. That was not right. The Desert Storm. The U.S. wanted to show its big dick power. And so they decided to have a bombing.
If this is the thing that I think you're talking about, this is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, it might not be, but the U.S. is we want to show our air superiority and how big of a dick we actually are. So we're going to take planes off from Tennessee or somewhere southern United States and fly to Kuwait or wherever they were going to bomb, do their bombing run, and then fly back. It was something like 48 hours of airtime or something like that, just to be we can hit you from our homeland. You try to do that to us.
Well, some of that stuff, that's not the thing I was thinking of. We tried to have a massive, multi-joint, coordinated thing, but nobody bothered really talking to each other about a lot of this shit. So, these things didn't really. It was still a massive, massive air raid, but it wasn't as massive as it could have been. But no, with a lot of stuff, it's too precious to actually have deployed to more forward air bases. So we would much rather keep the super expensive, super top secret shit we need to kind of keep here.
Well, so I do a lot of research on logistics of the U.S. military. 'Cause it's fascinating the kind of shit they do. We had better armament in Germany because Germany, the Ramstein or whatever the fuck it's called,
Ramstein.
The Ramstein Air Base in Germany is one of the largest air bases in the world for the U.S. military. And so they had better equipment in Germany, which would have been 2,000 miles closer to their target. But it was more of this we can hit you from home, come at us.
Yeah, it was a weird thing. That whole the 90s were weird as shit, man.
The last piece I have on this, because you got me thinking about it, is I watched a video talking about the first strike of the Desert Storm attack, and they had the first attack really well planned and coordinated. We're gonna have this battalion do this, and this. But the first strike, was launched like 4 minutes before it was actually supposed to go off because it was like 15 cruise missiles coming out of the Dead Sea or whatever. And so like those were technically the first shot fired, which were 4 minutes before anything on the ground moved.
Well, listen, when you blew the dust off of an Iowa-class battleship, you're just like, your job now, instead of launching shells the size of a fucking Volkswagen, your job is to now just, like, shoot cruise missiles. For however much longer we need you to do that, because it's real fucking expensive to use you.
Yeah, as somebody who works in an industry that builds cruise missiles, they're very complicated things that just explode.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like, listen.
It's crazy the amount of technology we pack into something whose only job is to expel energy at great rates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
We have a system that is a kinetic. It's designed to blow ammunition out of the air. And the shit that goes into this thing to put a kinetic payload, not explosive, just a piece of metal into another piece of metal that's flying at like Mach 2 is immense.
Oh, dude, it's like so many people are just like, oh, I don't know why we spend money on this stuff. And I'm just like, it's actually super fucking cool. Like, not from an F-15 gets my dick hard standpoint.
It's from a technical side view. This is, it's asinine how intense it is.
Like I was talking to one of the engineers about like some of the specs on one of the actuators on one of the systems, and like because they actuators that do the control surfaces, and it's like the numbers they have to produce are like really impressive. It's like like these actuators have to have I think it's like 25 foot-pounds of torque per rudder, but the control surface is only that big, but it has to apply 25 pounds of foot-pounds of torque onto that. Which is like pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he said it in Iron Man. So much civilian technological advances come from military funding and are products of military projects. I mean, yeah,
100%. 100%.
Yeah, like being able to look at your iPhone to figure out how to get from point A to point B. We would not be there without. Basically, the U.S. just funding the GPS thing.
Well, there's more than one GPS system, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's the U.S. version, and then there's GLONASS, which is the Russian system, because the U.S. wasn't giving licensing out to the Russians, so they're like, shit, we'll build our own global positioning system.
We'll make our own GPS with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, and vodka, because it's the Russians.
Yeah, well, screw the blackjack and hookers, just more vodka and sadness.
And hard base, lots of hard base.
Lots of Gopnik depression.
Adidas track pants for everybody in the program. I vaguely remember a story about the difference between repeat and say again over the radio. All right. I mean, I know there's a lot of differences, like subtle differences in a lot of these things.
Also, to Natural TCN, this has not been a very car-oriented podcast today.
I swear
no, it's really not.
Explorers are so much like Keep Cherokees.
Cool.
Can that be a shirt? I want that to be a shirt now.
We can make it a shirt.
Keep Cherokees. What? Like, I'm trying to think of other just.
Alrighty. Those are actually two very different things, AJ. Jesus.
Can you say what you said again, or can you fire what you fired again?
Yeah, I would describe those as vastly different.
Shit.
That's crossing an I and dotting a T. Come on.
Crossing a T, dotting a lowercase j.
There's a guy at the shop that does that. It's quite entertaining.
Man.
Car
what else
stuff.
do we got?
I don't know.
I don't have the timer, so I don't know how long we've been
We're
so
at
far.
45 minutes.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
15 more minutes of this shit.
Oh, Jesus. So basically, a battalion was leading a beach assault, and the comms guy said, repeat, and ended up firing danger close to the incoming battalion. Christ almighty.
Wow.
Man. And I'm watching this.
That's a lot of friendly fire.
That's. Yeah. Listen, we're not terribly great with that. So, fucking criminy.
We don't have a very good track record on that one.
We're good at a lot of stuff, but the stuff that we're not good at, I mean, Jesus Christ. God. Man, that's... And I am... So, I'm not watching Ryan Celsius tonight. I was watching Odd Tinkering, watching him restore a couple things. But then I moved over to Katina Eats Kilos, and now it's like her and I'm assuming her dude. They're at some diner. They're doing some like breakfast eating challenge, and it looks like they got most of their breakfast served to them on paella pans.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know what a paella pan is, it's a flat, shallow pan. Like it's got like a 1-inch kind of lip on there. It's got two handles, like U-shaped handles on either side, and it's about the size of a manhole cover.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, you can make other stuff with it, but its primary purpose is to make paella.
Oh, I got something I can talk about.
Okay.
It's car related.
Holy shit.
Okay, so we all know about the 2005 Ford GT, right? You know that car exists?
The which one? I'm sorry?
The 2005 Ford GT.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what
Okay,
about
cool. So, do you guys know who the designer of that car is?
it? No.
Not off the top of my head.
It's a guy named Camillo something, weird fucking dude, but he was the lead designer on the car. And I watched the Jay Leno's garage video of him with Jay Leno talking about the Ford GT, and was so interesting because like, as I feel like most car enthusiasts are very well removed from like the car design and car engineering aspect of the car world, like especially when it comes to like OEM manufacturers, like it's very, very, very removed. But it was interesting to listen to him talk about this car, and it was funny too because like they were talking about Jay Leno's Ford GT, and for those who don't know, the rear trunk hatch engine cover is like a full piece that moves up, and there's two latches there, and somebody had designed at one point like this bar that goes between the two of them, so one person can lift it, so you don't have to click one side, then walk around, click the other side, then lift it up. So they're sitting there and like they're opening the car, and the guy who fucking designed the car is like, "Oh, Jay, do you have the bar?" And Jay's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like a bar?" Like it was so fascinating to watch, like just the dynamic. And then like they were talking about like more about like the design of the car, and when they designed the Ford GT, they brought in the Mark III for wind tunnel testing, and the engineers were like, "Yeah, it looks like this car does have a slight front end lift at high speeds." Huh. We didn't expect that one. That's a surprise to us in here in the engineering department. And the other piece that was just so fascinating about it too, he was talking a lot about like the design philosophy and how they built the car, and like the engineers would come back and be like, "Oh no, we can't do this or we can't do that because whatever bullshit." And so when they finally got the car into wind tunnel testing, he was concerned that they were going to come back and be like, "Yeah, no, front end's bad, back end's bad, the car lifts, this, that, you got to change all these things to get it to, be stable." And they came back and they're like, "Cool, we're going to put an underpan skid, like a plate underneath it, a tiny front lip, and we need to add some kind of rear downforce. What do you want to do?" And they ended up deciding to go with literally this little piece of plastic that runs the entire length of the trunk lid. It's about that thick. That was the major modification they had to do to the entire car because the design was so good.
Nice.
And the final piece that was so interesting was, as you know, the Mark III had two filler caps on the car, so they could fill gas on either side of the car. And then he wanted to do that on the Ford GT. And they got so far that it was created in the frame. There was a recess in the frame for the receiver for it. And when they finally got to like building the body panels, they were like, "Yeah, absolutely not. There's no way in hell." So if you pull off the driver's side fender, there is a hole in the frame to receive it, and the plan was they were either going to put the like antifreeze, or antifreeze, but the windshield washer reservoir in there, or put the trickle charger terminals in there.
Huh.
And how cool would have that been?
That would have been cool.
It
No,
makes
this-
me wonder if the right-hand drive cars have that fuel fill on that side instead.
I don't know if that car ever got produced for right-hand drive.
I was under the impression that there are a few.
There
I mean,
might be-
Australia got the GT, and I believe it's a factory offering right-hand drive. I don't believe anybody converted it.
Now I have questions.
Well,
And there's got to be some random country like the Philippines or some other place that is right-hand drive.
yeah. There's always something like that.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I don't give a shit about the 4GT or
Okay.
4GT40. Right-hand drive Australia crossover.
And so
I has a Dajibon Hot Wheels.
nice.
Well, while you're looking for that pointless information, I thought
Um,
I'd show this to you. It has a go-kart in the
like it.
back. You can't see it, but it has a
But
go-kart
it's in
the
there.
back. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nope, they were all left-hand drive, and there's only a single right-hand drive conversion, and it was done by a secondary company, and it took what did it say? I think it said like 300 hours or 300
Yeah.
individual parts.
Huh.
So
Damn. Okay.
Volvo 850 T5R wagon.
Hell yeah. I got one of those bouncing around somewhere. Yeah, I got. Yeah, well, most of my stuff's packed away. So,
No
Yeah.
idea what Highway 35 is. Hot Wheels movie that came out in 2004. Okay.
oh,
No,
all right.
never seen it.
Yeah.
Might have to check it out sometime. But
Man, I got a return today, and it was like the little PowerLink ECU tuner things that we sell. Like we get those things come back a lot because a lot of people are just like, "Oh, I didn't want this," or "Oh, it's not for my car." You know, it's like the options are pretty clearly listed out there for like what tunes we have for what cars. You know, but whatever. It's not my fault you can't read. It gives me an excuse to go into the sweet, sweet air-conditioned office. So, go pitch it into the bin of other power links that Rojas has to go check over. But, yeah, this one, it was a KO4 tune for, like, a longitudinally mounted 2-liter. So I'm just like, oh my god. And then it has, like, the full application list. You know, like chassis and models and everything. And one of them was like an Audi Allroad. And I'm just like, well, fuck. Why would you not like throw a KO4 and like a hot ass tune on there? Just go fuck somebody up with your adjustable suspension.
I mean, I'm curious though. What Allroads came with a 2OT?
I think this last generation came with a 2.0.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they all had bi-turbo V6s.
Uh-uh.
I thought they were all 2.7Ts or like the 3.0 supercharged or whatever.
No, I think
I guess you could get a V8 in one of the last couple generations, but
Yeah, no, I think this last one. No, because I looked this up. It is the 2-liter. Like the current one you can go get is the 2-liter.
that's crazy.
Yeah, because I was looking it up and I'm just like, oh man, because it was I looked up tune, intercooler, all sorts of other stuff, and we don't offer intercooler upgrades for the supercharged stuff because the heat exchangers are we
Well,
don't
son of a bitch! Look at that. Allroad
So-
2OT.
and it was one of those things. It's just like fuck. Why would you not like go like hurt somebody's feelings in the most bougie Outback you can possibly get your hands on?
Wow, as early as 2013. That's surprising. I didn't know in that body style you could get a 4-cylinder Allroad. That's crazy.
Right?
I saw one today that surprised me. A8 long wheelbase TDI.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
isn't that the V6 TDI?
I believe so. The 3-liter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that's kind of yeah, like it's a bit of a rare bird.
That seems like the European special to me.
That's like Blue Tech E-Class competitor
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, which is those are also like when I run across one of those in the wild, it's fucking sweet.
Yeah, no shit. Any diesel Luxo car like that.
Oh yeah,
There's a guy that works around the corner from me that has a I want to say it's an A6 with a diesel.
Hmm.
And he's got like mufflers on it or something. Like it makes that like like 335Ds or 535Ds. They have that kind of like almost Cummins grumble, and then
Yeah.
they just have that like Power Stroke whooshy noise out the exhaust. It sounds a lot like that. Like you hear it pass, and you at first you think, "Where's the Sprinter?" And then you realize it's coming out of an Audi. I dig it. I don't know. There's something about it. I just dig it.
yeah, like I mean, yeah, like the more and more I work, the more and more I like continue working, the more and more I'm just like, okay, yeah, it would be nice to get into a more modern Audi, but Jesus, the amount of like 1.8 stuff we still carry and produce
Oh
is
yeah.
wild.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you got to cater to where the money's at. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people still on 180 cars. So
Yeah, for real. So I'm just like, I could build like a monster 1.8. Like,
oh yeah, easily.
like
Easy.
the amount of pistons that I've had to like go put back on the shelf, it's just like, yeah, we get real stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, between the 1.8 and the 2.0.
Oh yeah.
You guys have several pages of catalog.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, but I'm at the point where it's just like, I think that Outback is probably going to be like the last manual like daily thing that I ever own. Because I'm at the point where it's just
Yeah.
like, I'm at the point where I'm a little too washed to be daily driving a manual. I got to deal with
That's
traffic,
fair.
all that shit.
Sometimes you just want to put it in dumb and drive to work, and then you get a
Yeah.
wild hair up your
H.
ass on your lunch break, and then you just slap it over into sport mode and
Yeah.
get
Put
routed.
it in D.
Yeah. Put it in D, be dumbass and drive to work. Put it in S for stupid fun, and there we go.
Kick hard on D.
Kick hard on D.
Does not kick hard on R.
God, we need to have another episode where we just go like troll through Facebook Marketplace and KSL and just find
the worst descriptions for vehicles.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that could be like our like first in-person episode.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring my laptop for that one. We'll have
Hell
it.
yeah. That would be fucking brilliant.
I love it. Okay, well, first in-person episode. Let's make it happen.
There it is. Well,
Is
it's
it going to
gonna
be next week? Or
if
are we going to wait
everything
another week?
if we can get everything set up this weekend, because this weekend I've got Saturday, I've got haircut at 11. Shout out to my girl Mallory over at Salt City Barbers, keeping my lettuce tight. And then at 7, I get to drive down to fucking Highland because our boy Tommy Rat's in my pants, finally getting hitched. So that's when and where his reception is.
Sir Thomas Woot in the pants.
Exactly, Sir Thomas of Wootington. Yeah, so I got to drive to Highland, and
Yeah, well, at least it's not that far. And if you really wanted to, you could just cut over the mountain instead of going past Draper, or the long way.
yeah, so I looked it up on Google Maps the other day. It's literally like a minute to go up and over the mountain, like a minute longer.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
just
it's a
like,
much more enjoyable drive, let's be real.
God, it really is. That's one of those like I hit that a bunch in the Supra. I hit it a couple times in the GTI. But man, it's one of those. It's just like that's kind of why I want like a fun car again.
Yeah.
So there's
Some fast sweeps,
yeah.
some nice cornering. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. God, I remember there was like an Evo like 10 club drive going on when I had the Supra. And they're just like slowly going up the mountain, and here I am in some Reagan era fuck off.
Some old boost leaking, oil leaking son of a bitch just blasting past. Full song, 15 pounds, boost cut.
Another gear. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Excuse me while I just shuffle past. Habit.
Oh, you don't have to deal with this problem. Oh, you just plug something in and it tunes the car for you.
Oh, that's fancy. I have to use actual hardware.
I got to get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
You damn kids.
I have to use a BB and a spring from a Bic pen to regulate my boost.
I got to drive up and down the street like an asshole, stop the car, pop the hood, turn something, and then do it again.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, nothing like... When I got the boost controller for the Supra, I got it at zip tie before they moved and became simple performance. They were zip tie down, like, literally around the corner from JDM Legends.
Yep.
We were going to just do a quick, dirty dyno tune on the Supra, just make sure the boost controller was fine, make sure it wasn't over boosting in every gear. And then some jackass in an automatic dumped his shit Legacy GT, just pulls in and just parks right in front of the dyno and will not move.
Of course.
So then, yeah, we're just like, we're at a dyno shop. I could just be doing it here, but no, we're just going up and down the fucking street. Just street tuning the car. In the best old school way you can street tune a car.
Yes.
Ah,
Good
Well,
times. Good times.
indeed. Yeah, we're there.
Is that the time? Because to me, it says we've been live for 6 minutes. So
Now we are at an hour and 1 minute. So,
yeah, my clock is a little
101:31
off.
right now.
yep. So, well, there we go, folks. That is another Shenanigans in the bag. Yeah,
We've rambled on about pretty much everything except.
just precious little discussion about cars, which, you know what, at this point in my life and my career, I'm kind of okay with that. Fuck.
We all have to have hobbies outside of this shit, right?
Yeah, well, I've told this to Zach, and like, I'm getting quite sick of like going and watching other people do car stuff and not being able to do car stuff myself.
Yeah, hard same.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I want to go drive. I like that, and the van is okay. I get the van has 150 plus thousand miles on it, but it's really starting to piss me off. I'm just like, God damn it.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, so I'm already looking at like, just like I can shove a 2-liter drivetrain in the fucking Outback and just get a front mount kit.
You could very easily.
It bolts right the fuck in like it was meant to be there.
I mean, in other parts of the world, it came as such.
Yep. So there we go. So I'm not looking at that. I haven't not talked to some of the guys in the machine shop and just be like, hey, you weld, right? We just need to add like this much to a WRX catback.
Yeah, that's
We're
literally
good.
it.
Yep.
Just use a cat test pipe after the cat, and
Yeah.
like it'll fit.
Or just fucking make Riley just be like, hey man, I'm going to bring you like an exhaust that's in one more piece than it should be, and an extra piece of like stainless. Could you just make these things one again? Thanks. Appreciate you.
I also have a welder too, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just say that.
Stainless.
Not stainless.
Oh,
No. Yeah. So. Yeah. No, I'm fairly confident Riley will be more than willing to help me. And Riley, if you've ever seen any of the integrated engineering intercoolers,
Oh, it's probably way better than anything I could do.
yeah,
My-
like
my
his,
booger
yeah,
welds.
like he's the guy who's welding the end tanks onto the cores, and he does fucking phenomenal work. So, yeah,
Riley's a good dude.
he is. He's a fucking awesome guy. So
so many good people that work over there with you.
for real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm slowly winning over the machine shop. You know.
It's not going to
What?
take you much, I'm sure.
Nah, no. It's there are two people who like have not said a fucking well. One has said words to me, but it's kind of in the he didn't quite get the joke that I was trying to like. I think it was Riley who asked me if I was forklift certified, and I'm just like, nobody's forklift certified. Like, That's just how it is. Like, nobody's forklift certified. No, any person who tells you that they're forklift certified is lying.
And
Forklift certification doesn't exist.
Let me guess, that one guy was like ISO forklift certified.
The other guy's just like, well, if you work from your last job, and I'm just like, it's a fucking joke, my guy.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then there's a gal in there who has not said a word to me, nor do I think we've made eye contact. So
That's fine.
I get it. Whatever. Hayden's there. We make eye contact. We keep it weird. As we
Hey,
are
we'll do
wont
more than
to
make
do.
eye contact. Holy shit.
Damn right.
Between Hayden and Pumpkin,
Oh yeah, man, we get creepy in there. It's fun.
as you do. And just
Yep.
remember, Dan will get it on film.
Ah, yes, Dan's got the cubicle right behind Pumpkin. So
Hell yeah. Even
also
better.
shout out to Tyler Davis. He's been right there with me and Pumpkin have been getting weird. So he's
Hey,
had an
Tyler
unfortunate.
he used to get weird back in the day.
Oh, he still does a little bit. You could tell he's that guy who's just like, I used to, not so much anymore. But then every now and again, a little bit of it comes out.
You can take the man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man.
Damn fucking straight. So
you should ask Tyler sometime about the ye days of old when I would ghost ride my Wago van through his neighborhood with
shit.
like 6 people sitting on the roof at like midnight.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Fuck fixing the portacool that fell off the dock. I'm doing that. Yeah, nothing like something that's 7 feet tall, 5 feet wide, costs $5,000 just decided to fucking yeet itself off of a goddamn dock.
Hey, like I said, somebody backed over one of ours with an F550. It still works, kinda.
Dude, this thing works. I mean, I plugged it back in, fired it up, the pump works, kind of sprays all over the place, but it still pumps. Yeah. I had to put the wheel locks on. I turned the fan all the way to low, and it's just like. I'm like, yeah, if I cranked it up and took the wheel locks off, this thing is going for a walk.
It's those old YouTube videos of guys defeating all the safety measures on dryers and chucking bricks in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you ever just watch those just to fucking laugh your ass off? Like
Just to feel.
just is this loss?
Well, should we land this thing?
Yeah, let's boat this bass. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, Natural TCN. Just coming out with the Explorer comment. Didn't quite catch it. Didn't quite know what it was in reference to, but thank you for being here. Derek Edgington.
Real quick, shout out to Derek for that just boss profile picture.
Oh yeah, he's fucking G. Thank you, Taylor from Low State. Let's see. Pumpkin mentioned. Always love Pumpkin. Always love AJ. Oh yeah, Chris and Andrew. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you everybody else who is just steady lurking. We appreciate you. Shout out to the lurkers.
Steady lurking.
That's what. Man, I really want to put together. I still have Brocam with the big fuck off battery on there.
Yes.
And a 128 gig card is just like a week's worth of recording time. So yeah, no, there will be
480p is not hard to record, man. Come on.
no. But no, there will come a time where we put out like a 480p edit that just looks like it's straight out of like the 99 2000.
As it should be.
Yep. So there we go. You call it steady lurking. Just a lot of weird crowd shots of people kind of sort of paying attention to whatever car things are happening in their immediate vicinity.
Yes.
Yep. So there we go. Look for that sometime never.
Brocam, crowdcam.
There it is. Brocam Adventures. So yeah, thank you for joining us on this episode. If you liked hearing me and Dave talk about stuff, you might like hearing us play D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Nerdy for Beginners podcast every Wednesday. It's mostly a Dungeons and Dragons playthrough podcast where we commit war crimes and or get real skeptical of people. You know, all sorts of fun stuff. Zach used to be there. Then Zach stopped showing up. But now that it's going to be recording in the place where he lives,
Should we bring back Leroy Boldface?
We might
There's
be able
a
to bring.
possibility.
We might bring back Leroy, just because. So that is every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcast, Nerdy for Beginners podcast. Okay, I took my eyes off the screen for a minute, and then Dave's right fucking there.
Sometimes it be like that.
I don't think it be like it is, but it do.
It do, baby, it do.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting turned on raspberry cream.
Hey, ooh, the fucking Shasta.
You know it, baby. 12-pack
Dude,
was like $3.
Call me when you break out the 3-liter bottle.
You like ginger ale? Because I got a 3-liter bottle of ginger ale. What up?
I don't like ginger ale that much. Oh. Follow Zach on all of his fun new social medias. What, it's like at Zach Lords Media now?
Yep, it's Zach Lords Media on Facebook and on Instagram.
There you go. Find him on Bumble if you want to go shoot Instagram photos.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
That's
Bumble,
the thing.
Hinge.
There it is.
Yeah, not Tinder. Tinder's a cesspool right now.
Tinder's a fucking war crime. Although I will say, shout out to my brother and his wife because that's where they met. He shook that
works for some people.
He shook that Tinder tree and love fell out.
Oh man, usually I just get dick pics and fat chicks.
Hey. I appreciate the thickness. That's hey man.
There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. There is. I'm gonna start cooking again.
Yes.
Probably more frequently. So check out The Bowl is Too Small on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and probably YouTube again. I'm gonna start making stuff. Hell, you might see some 480p cooking videos. Who the fuck knows?
I love it.
The realization that I have nothing, like no programs to really edit with, so hell, it might be fucking Windows Movie Maker, baby. Just lo-fi the shit out of this.
I feel like Zach Lords Media might become the production house for The Bowl is Too Small.
Zach gains 60 pounds.
Just hand the raw 480 files over to Zach, and he just creates some madness for you.
Just throw Zach a memory card like a fucking pie.
Yeah, here's the 480. Okay, I guess I'll open up my, Chromebook to edit this on.
Yikes.
Can I stick this in a TI-83?
Oh, God.
It's got to be a 93 plus. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm going to use my fucking smart TV to edit it.
There we go.
I think we should upgrade fridges to get the Samsung smart fridge. Fucking dragging and dropping files on that bitch.
Hold on, I need to airdrop this to my freezer.
Oh, fucking A. All
All
right.
Let's fucking land this thing.
Yep. Nerdy for Beginners every Wednesday. The Bowl is Too Small. Eventually, Zach Lords Media all the time, every day, twice on Sunday. Try to follow MChan Photo. I say inspirational shit on Instagram. It's also private, so if you want that shit, you got to request it. And heads up, if I don't fucking know you, like if I don't immediately recognize you, you're not getting in. So that's how that fucking goes. So just know that.
Excellent.
Follow me on Twitter, MChan Photo, for all of my extreme leftist views. And or me complaining about people at the bagel shop. That's where it's become. That's how it is. Also for pictures of me in a fucking bucket hat too. That's what's on there. Yeah. So yeah, we will be back next week. Fingers crossed in person if we can get the move done at the end of the week. Yep.
There's a lot that has to happen before then.
Listen, I mean, we got to get stuff in there. We gotta have a place. I mean, I'm cool with just bringing the soundboard in and us just sitting on the fucking floor.
Hey, it'll work.
It will.
It's one way of doing it.
Or just awkwardly, like 3 abreast on the big couch in the living room.
That disgusting ass couch.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we can do the old cushion flip with that one anymore. It might have already been flipped.
Yikes.
Might need to send that one home to Mama. Anyway, we will be back next week. Perhaps all 3 of us in the same room. Who the fuck knows? But until then, I've been Mike. That's been Dave of Internal Combustion and Carbon Emissions. That's been the one and only Zach Lords Media. You've been you. We appreciate the shit out of it. You're all fucking legends. We will catch you next week. Good night.
Adios,
Bye.
children.